Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk about the 12 Tables. This is the earliest attempt by the Romans to create a code of laws. It's also the earliest surviving piece of literature coming from the Romans. In the midst of a perennial struggle for legal and social protection and civil rights between the patricians and the common plebeians, there was a commission of 10 men who were appointed to draw up a code of law which would be binding on both parties and which the two consuls would have to enforce impartially. So in our next slide, we can see why this really needed to be done. Here is a plebeian basically pleading his case to these patrician judges. See, the plebeians felt that their legal rights were vulnerable by the fact that court judgments were being given according to unwritten customs that only some patricians knew or were even aware of. So these judgments could have been completely arbitrary. In 450, the code was formally posted, likely on bronze tablets, and they were posted in public in the Roman Forum. This written recording of the law in the 12 Tables enabled the plebeians both to become acquainted with the law, and it also protected themselves against the abuse of any patricians in their power. But it's important to realize that this did not make the plebeians and the patricians equal. It's important to note that the 12 Tables were not a reform of the old customs or laws. Rather, they just recognized things like the privileges of the patrician class, the validity of enslavement for unpaid debt, and the significance of the patriarchal family. They did not make plebeians politically equal to the patricians. In fact, the law stated that plebeians and patricians were even forbid to marry. But by writing down the laws and posting them in a public setting, it was a step in limiting patrician abuse and corruption. So tomorrow we're going to take a look at these code of laws. They're in your packet, and we'll see how they apply to different cases under the Roman Republic.